you want to protect and respect the friendship or the relationship that you have with them already. And so when you go into the workspace together, the work part of your relationship is really clearly defined by a contract.
Hey, Laptop Freedom Babes, Wonderlust Babes.
How are you? This is Hello from Greece.
Hello.
Hello, Wonderlusters. I'm going to start. Just wanted to hop in and go live. I wanted to touch on, I've been coaching a couple women so far, and a topic about working with friends and family has come up, and sort of how to navigate providing your virtual assistant services to people who you already have a relationship with, and if that's a good idea or not. So I just want to start off by saying that whether it's a good idea or not for you to work with friends or family or people in your community is going to be an individual case-by-case situation. And that's something that you really have to ask yourself. But if you do have someone in your community or someone you have a previous relationship with that you do want to work with, there are a few really important steps that you should take in order to sort of protect the friendship, the relationship you have with the person, but also kind of thrive as work partners. Hello, Emily. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Give me a little emoji wave, making sure that you can hear me okay. So everyone just hopping on right now, I want to talk about navigating offering your virtual assistant services to people that you already know, whether that's friends, family in your community, and sort of how to navigate having a relationship and a working relationship with them as well. So I've taken some notes. That's why you might see me read a little bit, because I've been writing them down. I've been coaching a few women and this topic has come up. So I wanted to share it with everyone. So the first step is to have a contract in place, and a really clear contract. Some people, when they're working with friends and family, this can feel like a negative thing, that you feel like it's too official, that you need a contract to work with friends or family. And yet it is the most important time to have agreed upon a contract, terms, and agreements. And this is not because you don't trust who you're working with. It's because you want to protect and respect the friendship or the relationship that you have with them already. And so when you go into the workspace together, the work part of your relationship is really clearly defined by a contract. So that means clearly defined terms of termination. You know, if you one day don't want to be working together, that really needs to be clearly defined. 2 weeks notice, what's pay going to look like, because some work relationships are going to come to an end, and you need to make sure that you're protecting the friendship you have with these people and the relationship that you might have with family members. So really clearly defined contract that you both agree upon, really clearly defined roles. I know you might be sisters, or you might be sister-in-laws, or they might be community members, but who are they in the workspace and who are you in the workspace? Are they the CEO? Are they the boss of the business? Do they own it? You are the virtual assistant. You are the marketing manager. So really clearly defined roles outside of your relationship with them, whether they're friends or family in your community. So really clear contract that you put in place to protect your relationship with them. You are doing this contract because you care, because you love them, because you need to have that clearly defined separation between the work and the relationship, so that regardless of what happens to either relationship, the other one is independent and protected. And so when you put a contract in place, and this is really important that you put a contract in place, both must agree upon it, and that, get them to sign it. You sign it and they sign it. I know it might seem like clunky and official, and you're like, I can't believe I just had my father-in-law sign a contract with me, but it's really, really important, and they will understand that you are doing it together to protect the relationship. So have them both sign it, sign upon agreement, say I agree in writing. So that is the first thing that I really encourage everyone to do if they find that they want to work with friends or family, is set a clear contract in place. You also want to set really clear communication boundaries and standards. Because you might already be communicating with this person on a family level, on a community level, as friends, you need to make really clear work relationship community boundaries. That might mean you communicate via work, email only, no texting, because you're already texting back and forth about family stuff. So any work communication must be through email, depending on who they are. Maybe it's Slack, all these kind of things, Voxer, whatever. But having a really clear medium and what am I looking for? Like method of communication, a really clear method of communication that is for work, so that it doesn't get mixed in and meddled with the irregular communication that you might have with this person. Then hours of business communication. So you might want to say, we are going to talk about business Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. That's when I will respond to the emails between that time frame. So that when you get together, perhaps as friends and family on the weekend, you don't feel like you have to catch up on work communication, or you're not wondering, are they going to respond to my email? You know that it might be Saturday and you might be at a family barbecue, but you know that they'll check their emails on Monday, and then that's when they talk about business, so that you can just now relax at the family barbecue and you don't have that, confusion and meddling of the two relationships. And then I also really stress setting up a recurring work meeting. And when you set up a recurring work meeting with friends and family you might be working with, that helps just clean up all the communication that might be coming up. It gives everyone a platform on which they can address work communication, so that it doesn't seep out in other areas. So you're going to have your weekly meeting on Mondays, and you're going to cover all the communication and topics for the week. And so when you get together for dinner on Wednesday, you're not stressed about, using that time in the bathroom to quickly talk about some work. So really setting up clear communication boundaries. When are you friends? When are you family? And then when are you working together? And setting up that. And that will just really help take stress off of any of the relationship, and really give really clear boundaries. So that's the second one. First one is really clear contract and terms. Second one is clear communication boundaries. The other thing you want to do, you want to get really clear on compensation. It might be friends and family. You might be iffy. It might be weird setting prices with them. It might be weird agreeing on money exchange. In fact, this is the most important time. It needs to be really clearly defined. It shouldn't be a sliding scale, because sliding scales leave room for miscommunication. And in those gaps of miscommunication is where resentment comes in and confusion comes in, and that can affect the rest of the relationship. So when you're working with friends and family and offering your VA services to them, these are the kind of things that you have to be extra clear, extra clear. And then when it comes to compensation, send invoices and link it to a payment portal like Stripe or PayPal. And so it's all done automated. You'll send them an invoice via email. They click on the button, they send you money through PayPal, and it's completely separate from your relationship with them, your friends and family relationship with them. They're not giving you cash at the next dinner party. They're not sending you a check at the family reunion. None of that stuff. It's all done not between you as friends and family. It is at a business invoicing and business compensation. And again, that just really keeps the two things separate, and you want them separate so that you protect and respect the relationships that no. Poor connection, apparently. Hello? It says it's trying to reconnect. Always learning with tech stuff. Wonder if I can end it and then like start over. Oh, thanks, Chad. That's so weird because I have this like little timey thing. Okay, well, if I'm still live, then I will just keep talking because I'm almost done. So the last part about working with friends and family is that you want to continue respecting business confidentiality. So if you were to be working with a client that you didn't have any previous relationship with, you wouldn't be talking to their wife about their business. You wouldn't be talking to their sister about their business. And so you need to also respect that. It can be really easy. Moms always want to get involved and see what's going on. And so you want to maintain that business confidentiality. You are a virtual assistant and you have a business relationship with someone that you already know, and you need to respect that confidentiality. So those are the four, really strong steps that I encourage everyone to take when working with friends and family. One is have a really clear contract in place, terms of termination, clearly defined roles, and that both parties agree to it, whether that's signing or in writing saying, I agree to the terms, so really clear on that. The second is really clear communication boundaries. So hours of business, recurring weekly meetings, just so it protects the time when you are together and you don't want to talk about business. You want to talk about friends or family or community stuff. Third, clearly agreed upon compensation, and then using an invoicing software so that there's no money exchanged in person and sort of crisscrossing those two relationships. Fourth is respecting the business confidentiality. And then honestly, the last thing is you really have to ask yourself, is this a client that you want? You might be attracted to working with friends and family because, you need a client. You're looking to fill out your roster, you know them, you feel bad turning them down or helping them. You really have to ask yourself, is this someone that you want to work with? And do you have services that they can benefit from? And is it going to be a good relationship? So the topic of working with friends and family has come up a couple times coaching for me and the ladies in the program. So I just wanted to go live and talk about that. Love to see your comments. Let me know if this was helpful, and get a little shout out if you find that you're working with friends and family as well, or you've got people in your community who want to work with you. And let me know if this kind of resonated and it helped. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your Monday.